Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. Which camera? On this camera? Now we're on this camera. Good to see you with you. As you can see, we are live at the HCCTV studios this morning. It's a Wednesday. I know. You know, we've got spring break coming up, and I think that's on everybody's brain right now. Some people, I think, some of us have already checked out for spring break. I'm trying to stay with it. Montrose Cunningham, my co-host this morning. Montrose is a community outreach coordinator at HCC Northwest College. Good morning, Montrose. Are you having a hard time this week just staying focused?
I'm on the fence. I'll just say that.
It's nice to have a week off. I mean, you got anything special you have planned for spring break?
I do. Most of it involves my kids because they're on spring break. That's the double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, I get a week off, but so do my children. So, yeah, we're doing the whole SeaWorld and the rodeo, a few other things, visiting.
So it sounds like you've got like a little bit of travel and somewhat of a staycation happening.
Yes, exactly.
Always a good thing. Well, yeah. Enjoy that. Hey, we want to thank everyone watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're live every morning. HCC is in session, Mondays through Fridays, usually at 10 a.m. But Montrose, they can also catch us on social media and on HCCTV.
That's right. We're on Twitter, LinkedIn, and HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
All right. So Montrose, stick around because you'll be interviewing this next guest. We're talking with Dr. Brigid Wilson, who is professor on the online program for HCC's Vast Academy. Dr. Wilson, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing from you very shortly. So stick around. Montrose is going to be with you in about 10 minutes.
Okay. I look forward to it.
All right, let's kick things off. We've got right now a monthly visit from HCC's Police Department. We're joined by a member of its leadership team, Commander Artina Walker. Good to see you. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, welcome back to the show. We're glad to have you with us, but let's talk about some of the things. You know, it's International Women's Day and also Women's History Month. Maybe you can tell us a bit about what you're doing for some of the female officers and employees at the police department.
Yes, excuse me. Yes, so we're taking our time to celebrate our women, not only our women at the PD, but like you said, it's International Women's Day. And this month, we gave away special gifts to our female officers. There's no easy feat to put on a uniform every day and willingly decide to, give your life or stand in the gap for someone providing a service of safety.
And you also have some congratulations for some of your officers as well, right?
That's correct. Officer Danae Charles and Officer Andrew Slaughter, they both promoted to the rank of sergeant.
That's incredible. Congrats to them. Okay, we talked about it just a few moments ago, but everybody's thinking spring break right now. But spring break, we want to get through it safely. And you got some tips maybe we could go over for people who are staying in the Houston area. And then I'm asking you a couple of other questions too. So what are some of the tips you might have?
So some of the tips is that while you're enjoying your vacation, you should avoid wearing flashy jewelry or traveling alone. Use the buddy system when conducting transactions involving money to make sure you're being very discreet about that and separate your credit cards from your cash.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that about the transactions because I've had many of my friends on Facebook just over the past 6 months have posted that their cars have been broken into. And what's happening, from what I'm understanding, maybe you heard of this as well, you go to the bank, you go inside the bank, do some business, come back out, and then immediately people start following you. And a buddy of mine he went to the bank, took the cash with him, didn't have any cash in his car, but a group followed him to the grocery where he parked his car. They broke his window and they found out the guys were using rental cars. So, I mean, apparently this is a complex operation that people are taking advantage of that. Have you heard of this as well throughout the Houston area?
Yes, I have. The tip I would like to give for that is that if you're going to have a busy day, you're going to the bank, if you can, make that your last stop. Always check your rearview mirror, make sure you're watching your surroundings. Don't allow yourself to get squeezed in while you're driving your vehicles or stopping at red lights or anything like that.
What about, you mentioned if you're traveling, you talked about not wearing flashy jewelry, things like that. And one thing I didn't even think of, sharing your itinerary. Obviously, that's an important thing, especially if you're going to travel internationally, because we get on these trips and you got to, your family should know when you're coming back and where you're going to be exactly, right?
Yeah, so I would like to encourage everyone that are traveling abroad that they check out the travel.state.gov. There you can find up-to-date real-time travel alerts for your final destinations. It's important that we may have to travel with our passports, but when we're at our destination, have copies on you instead. And then also, I would like to encourage everyone to check out the safety apps when you're traveling abroad. That way, someone will know where you're at all times, and you can send alerts and messages if you're in certain areas.
Now, back to HCC, I imagine your offices will be working throughout the spring break. The campuses will be closed, though. Do you expect any problems there, or foresee anything, or the campuses usually pretty peaceful during spring break?
Yes, the campuses are pretty peacefully, but like I said, we will be open. However, we'll be working at a minimum staff, and we encourage everyone with an on-campus emergency to contact 911 if it's life-threatening, or you can call our dispatcher at 713-718-8888.
Commander, I appreciate you being here on the show. Do you have any plans yourself for spring break? Do you get a chance to take off some time?
Well, I do plan to do a little fishing, but other than that, just getting some rest.
All right. Well, thank you for being here on the show. We appreciate you doing that, and say hi to the chief for us as well.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Commander Artina Walker, the new captain for the HCC Police Department. We'll have all the information in the post after our show. Okay. We're going to turn things over to Montrose. And Montrose, you've got a special guest that's involved with the VAST Academy, and I know they have a graduation coming up soon as well.
That's right. And before I get to her, I just want to say, Todd, just remember, put that Rolex up. I know you've got a couple of them. So
I'm a tag guy, so
yeah, no
Rolexes for me, but trust me, they don't go on vacations with me.
Yes, that's right. I'm speaking with, we have Dr. Brigid Wilson, professor of the online program at HCC's VAST Academy. Welcome to the show, Dr. Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you. And yes, as a professor, we've been looking forward to spring break. We know where it is on the calendar.
I think that is everyone's thought right now. So we're looking forward to hearing about this competition. But first, we wanted to share some kudos that your VAST director, Sue Maraska, shared with us. She said, Dr. Wilson has been an exemplary faculty on our VAST team for many years, spearheading several of our initiatives, including our online cohort and online tutorials and numerous partnerships, including retail training, unified sports with HCC Sports Recreation, blood drives on campus, Smart Draw, Nearpod, and more. So some incredible kudos from the VAST director. So we're talking today with you about the Earth Day poster competition with a theme to end plastic pollution. Tell us about that.
Okay, so when I first started, we did a lot of community curriculum. And so we would be out, we would go to downtown Houston, we would go to Herman Park, different things. And we really loved the environment. And we noticed that it was dirty. There's a lot of trash in Houston. And so to celebrate Earth Day at the beginning, every Earth Day, we would go for 2 hours and pick up trash to try and beautify our environment.
Okay, so this evolved from just seeing a need, obviously. And so what exactly is entailed in the poster competition?
So when we first started it, the poster contest was just in our department, and we would have a theme. Like this year's is end plastic pollution. Last year it was There Is No Planet B. And now it's morphed into a campus-wide initiative to submit an electronic poster to help celebrate Earth Day. And then we will post the poster in various locations. And hopefully we're going to have a celebration in person and online on Earth Day this year.
Okay. And what's participation normally been like with the competition?
Well, luckily we collaborate with the library, so they market our contest, and entrepreneurship we've had a lot of entries for entrepreneurship. And this year we're adding geology for our celebration. So hopefully we'll get a lot more entries this year.
Okay. And you talk about collaborating with the library. What are some of the business partnerships that you have for the competition?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because Barnes & Noble is sponsoring it. And we've worked with Barnes & Noble for about 8 years. And in fact, we had our retail training there. And then they also had internships. So Barnes & Noble has been very good to our school and our particular community.
Okay. Now, can you tell us some details about the competition, what you can win, and the deadline, while we actually show last year's winner?
Okay, excellent. Well, the deadline is this Friday. And so end plastic pollution, it has to be an original concept. It has to be done all electronically. Your name cannot be in it. And then you submit it to, you email it to me. And then we have a team of judges that will judge them. And first prize is $25 at Barnes & Noble. $20 is second place, and $15 is third place at the Barnes & Noble bookstore.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit, just give us a little background on the VAST Academy?
Okay, so the VAST Academy, it is for people with intellectual disabilities. And we have an online cohort, which I am part of. And we also have face-to-face classes, and it's for students 18 to 25 at the current moment.
Got you. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Dr. Wilson. Again, Dr. Brigid Wilson, professor of the online program at HCC's VAST Academy, and we'll have your info in our post after the show.
Okay, and I just want to remind everybody, when you're on spring break, please enjoy the environment and respect it, because Earth Day should be every day.
That's right. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you both. Great interview. Very interesting topic. It is true. We do need to spend more time cleaning up around Houston. It's good to see people taking an initiative with that as well. So Montrose, we got a few announcements to get through. One of them, you may want to put this on your calendar for tomorrow, because there is a culinary arts lunch. It's at the new culinary building. HCC culinary students prepare and serve a set menu each week for their a la carte cuisine course. The $20 lunch is for one seating at 11:30. The next one is tomorrow. It's tomorrow before spring break, so you can check that out. 11:30 a.m. at the new Culinary Arts Building. Proceeds from the event support HCC's culinary students. You can email chefs Andrew Musico or Christy Sykes to register, and we'll have all of their information in the show. Sounds like a great lunch deal. And there's also a leadership program for our veteran students.
That's right. Of course, now I'm hungry thinking about the culinary arts lunch.
I wonder what's on the menu for tomorrow.
I know.
I get them on the phone.
It's great. But yes, veteran leadership, the role of emotional intelligence. As part of achieving their personal growth, potential veterans attending this workshop will receive premium executive package free to veteran members, complimentary assessment and course materials, and a personal action plan. And that's taking place at HCC Southwest in Missouri City. It's from 5 to 9 p.m. Tuesday, March the 21st. And you can check the post after the show for the link to register.
Okay, the return of spring faculty exhibition is ongoing, running now through April the 6th at HCC's Southeast College. This two-person artist exhibition features paintings and sculptures by Jonathan Paul Jackson and ceramics and textiles by Rachel Vasquez. Both are HCC faculty members. As I mentioned, it runs through April the 6th, and it's HCC's Southeast College East Side Learning Hub Gallery. It's a free event, of course, and everyone is welcome. No registrations necessary. Just head over to the campus, on in. Okay, Skills USA competition is coming up as well, Montrose.
That's right. Show your skill set. So HCC, in partnership with Skills USA, will host the Texas Post-Secondary Skills and Leadership Competition this spring. And all current HCC students enrolled in technical workforce classes can compete. So that's going on Wednesday through Friday, April 13th through the 15th. And you can check out our post after the show for the link for submission forms and also additional Skill USA information.
Okay, building a community of winners, you can still donate. The Black History Committee sends appreciation to all sponsors and supporters for their gala evening, but there's still time to help it reach its $75,000 fundraising goal on behalf of HCC Student Success. Donations can be made as a gift to the BHC Fund via payroll deduct, and your gift will continue year-round. Check out our post after the show, and you can make your donation. Okay, registration for the summer. I don't know if are you ready for summer 2022? I mean, or 2023? It just seems like it was fall, and then we're in the midst of winter. Now we're already talking summer, Montrose, but registration for summer 2023 begins today.
I know. I can't believe it. Yes, summer registration has begun. Still, HCC is offering smaller, more intensive spring sessions, and all courses offer in-person and online options. So you have the online anytime, where no established class meeting times unless listed. Online on a schedule, where meeting time is set and course meets online. Hybrid, where lecture class meets partially face-to-face and partially virtually. In-person classes, of course, face-to-face courses with traditional meeting patterns at various campus locations, and the hybrid lab with laboratory and studio courses. And to learn more about HCC programs and start dates and options to cover costs, go to hccs.edu/apply.
That's right. Make sure you register today, especially, I know you guys have seen an increased enrollment out there at the Northwest College. So people are getting back to the campuses, and if you want to jam in some hours, get some credits before the end of the spring, you still have time to do so, I guess, with those shorter sessions.
That's right. And I also I teach in the marketing department, and I've just noticed that a lot of the classes are filling up because I guess people are ready to get back into the classroom. So that's good.
Now's the time to do it. So don't wait. I found something interesting when we were talking to Commander Walker earlier. Mm-hmm. She was saying, and I never really thought of this, but you want to take your passports with you when you travel internationally, but make copies of the passports. You ever heard that before? I don't think I've ever been told that.
I've never been told that, but it sounds like a good idea, And then something else that I don't think was mentioned that I see happening all the time when people are traveling is posting your trip on social media in real time. Yeah. So, it's like, hey, I'm out of town.
Right. Yeah. House is open. Yeah.
So come on through. So
luckily I have two 13-pound guard dogs. And they'll be vacationing at the house.
They'll be protecting your Rolex.
Yeah. And I have somebody coming by to keep an eye on them. So won't be a vacant house, but you're exactly right. You go out of town, having a great time, and if you know anybody watching your house, hey, it's open for anyone to get inside.
Exactly. So are you going to do any running?
Yeah. I hurt my back a couple of weeks ago, so this week I'm just kind of easing back into it. But I think so.
My next question was to ask you if you ran any marathons the last couple of weeks. I know the Woodlands Marathon was a couple of weeks ago.
I saw that. Yeah, they had I don't do marathons anymore. At least that's my plan right now. I just run. But but beautiful down in Mexico, and you can ran along the beach there before, so plan on doing that again.
Oh, great.
So that'll be nice.
Awesome.
Okay, so tomorrow on the show we've got some special guests. Andre Herman, he is the chair of our digital communications and gaming. He is a big runner. Do you know him?
Yes, very cool guy.
He ran 100 miles in an event about I guess it was almost a year ago. So Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's way beyond what I do.
Yeah, ultra marathon. Yeah, he was telling me about it because we did a charity run for HCC a few months back, and he was talking about that, and he was going to be going down to the Rio Grande Valley and running 100 miles. They have like 2 days to do it over. But, he really gets into it.
He's a beast.
He is, way beyond what we do. But he's the chair of the Digital Communication and Gaming. He will be here to talk about the Spring Design-a-thon, which is coming up from HCC's Digital and IT Center of Excellence. And let's see, Thursday Family Fun Day is tomorrow. We continue to celebrate Women's History Month with a discussion about the Fly Girls of World War II. That's pretty cool. That's we're speaking with the 1940s Air Terminal Museum. They're paying tribute to women Air Force service pilots who flew thousands of missions. So that's happening tomorrow. We continue our observation of Women's History Month. So, okay, you got 2 more days left, Montrose, and then it is spring break. So
I'm counting down. Down.
You're down with that, yeah. I'll handle it. We're down with that. All right. Thanks for being here, folks. We are going to be back tomorrow. Actually, I will not be on the air tomorrow. Sharday is hosting the show, and we know runs a tight ship. I'll just put
That's right.
No messing around. But anyway, Sharday and Parrish will be hosting the show tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. I'll be back Friday. We got 2 more shows until we are on spring break. So stick around. I'll see you tomorrow morning, or Sharday will see you tomorrow morning live at 10 a.m.